What is going on, guys? Zuggy Fishing here, back to you with another video. Hope y'all are so well. Hope you guys are living positively, beautifully, confidently, optimistically, with resiliency and perseverance, loving life every single day, doing what you love. You got this. You guys are awesome. If you guys are new to my YouTube channel, welcome. I am Zuggy Fishing. We do everything positive on this channel. Positive vibes, positivity all around, loving life to the fullest. Y'all, if you are new, I am Zuggy Fishing. We do everything outdoors, fishing here. It's an awesome, awesome channel. So if you guys are new, make sure you guys hit that red subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and a comment. Y'all, I'd appreciate it if y'all could follow me on Instagram at Zuggy Fishing. The link for it is in the description, and on TikTok as well at Zuggy Fishing. The Zuggy Fishing merch is now live as well. The link is in the top of the description for the holidays. Well, I have a very special video for y'all today that I want to address that I probably should have made a video earlier on this. However, I'm just thinking of it now, and I want to get to it because it's a reel that I get asked about a lot on TikTok comments and YouTube video comments, the SHIMANO CURADO DC. The SHIMANO CURADO DC, if you guys don't know, is a bait casting reel that I have right here. And I took all the line off of it, and we're going to respool it in a little bit and cast it. But I want to show you guys in today's video if the SHIMANO CURADO DC is worth it. This is the SHIMANO CURADO DC right here. I'm going to take it off this rod in a second and show you guys it from the front view. But this is what the SHIMANO CURADO DC looks like. SHIMANO is a phenomenal reel company. I do have a lot of their reels. SHIMANO SLX 151XG, which I'm going to do a video on later. However, this is SHIMANO CURADO DC. Now, the DC stands for digital chip, which means that it has a digital chip in it, which maximizes the casting distance, which is shown in the price of this reel. This reel goes for $250. Before I get into the reel, I have the SHIMANO CURADO DC paired on the 7.3 AP Bass, an absolute favorite rod right here. It's actually a good rod. It's a two-piece rod. This is like my travel bait casting rod. It's pretty nice. They do sell this at Dick's Sporting Goods. It is a heavy setup, very versatile go-to setup. When I travel to Florida, I bring this thing because it is two-piece and easy to transport on a plane or in a car. So that is the rod I put the SHIMANO CURADO DC on. In terms of the SHIMANO CURADO DC itself, I got this reel in last December, the 22nd of December right now. So I got this reel pretty much exactly a year ago. Now we're gonna get a close-up about the SHIMANO CURADO DC right here. It is a gorgeous looking reel. Now this reel has been through a lot. It has been through the ups and downs. I've dropped it multiple times. It's caught in tons and tons of fish. The SHIMANO CURADO DC is an awesome reel. It says CURADO DC on the side. SHIMANO is a phenomenal company. They not only make fishing reels, they make tons of other stuff. Very high quality material. The SHIMANO CURADO DC, it's a very versatile reel. Some of the reasons I love it is because of its versatility in terms of the baits you could cast. It's like my go-to reel. Like it's very versatile. You could fish finesse stuffs on it. You could fish Texas rig. You could throw crankbaits on it, spinnerbaits, chatterbaits, jigs. Obviously, depending on the line that you're using on the SHIMANO CURADO DC, but it is a phenomenal bait casting reel. This reel values around $250. Now, it's stayed intact since last December, and to be honest, when I got it out of the package, it has not changed at all. Still casts the same. It still has the smooth retrieve. Still is a powerful reel. None of the gears break. The drag still works. The tension knob still works. It literally is like I got it out of the package. So I can highly comment on the durability of this reel. That is a highly efficient and durable reel. A lot of anglers have this reel, and many ask me, do you think the SHIMANO CURADO DC is worth it? Or what is a reel that you would recommend that's overall go-around reel that you could pond hop with, throw any baits on it? I 100% recommend the SHIMANO CURADO DC. Well, before I get into the metrics and how this thing casts, I'm going to meet you guys out on the water, and we are actually going to cast up the SHIMANO CURADO DC, and we're going to get more into it, what this reel is about, how it casts, the retrieve, how far it casts. We're going to be looking at the digital chip, looking at that sound, and all the good stuff, and I'm going to break this reel down even more. The SHIMANO CURADO DC is excellent. I absolutely love this reel. We're gonna get out in the water and check it out. All right, y'all, so right here, I have the SHIMANO CURADO DC. We talked about it a lot on the table when I was going over the details and analyzing this reel. Now I'm gonna show you guys how it casts. We do have some open water right now, and we have a Bass Pro brand frog tied on. This is not what you want to be throwing. I'm just doing it for the purposes of the video. Do not want to be throwing a frog right now. but we have the Shimano CURADO DC right here, a beautiful reel, as I said before, and I paired it up with some 30-pound Suffix braid, a phenomenal combo for the Shimano CURADO DC, and of course, on the AP Bass, an absolute two-piece rod. Now, I would not throw a frog on this. The frog's just simply for the purpose of video and getting the bait out there, but a beautiful Shimano CURADO DC right here. We're gonna see how it casts. We're gonna make some cast right now. Now, Shimano CURADO DC. Sorry for the wind. There's a lot of wind right now. We're about to have a storm, I think. So basically, the Shimano CURADO DC, the DC stands for digital chip. Digital chip allows the bait, allows the reel to cast to a maximum distance. And it really is an advantage point to any reel with the digital chip. DC stands for digital chip, as I said before, and this reel is $250, at least from the last time I did it. I'm gonna cast the Shimano CURADO DC right now. I'm just gonna show you when I click the bail, what this thing sounds like. So if I'm gonna do a fast thing, so you kind of hear the little digital chip, but we're gonna cast it out right now. And with the old frog and see how this thing casts. And I'm going to tell you my honest opinion at the end of this video. Is the Shimano CURADO DC really worth it? We're going to cast out the Shimano CURADO DC right now, and we're going to follow the bait, seeing the casting distance. Now, I did comment on the durability before. The durability of this reel is excellent. Caught tons of fish on this thing. It has gone through a lot, and it is still durable. The drag works, all the knobs, the tension knobs, and the different gears work as well. Now, I have the Shimano CURADO DC paired on the 3 setting right now. So we're gonna cast it out, look at how far the reel casts, and then we're gonna go a close-up. So let's do it. Okay, yeah. As I said before, this thing casts an absolute mile. It's a very good reel, as I said before. Now we're gonna get a close-up after a few more casts and look at the smoothness of the reel and the sound, because I think the DC as a chip is an awesome sound. So we're gonna get another cast. Here we go. Absolutely fling baits out there. Absolutely insane. I mean, if I had to say so, it's got to be 70 to 80 yards at minimum. I do have a good perception of length, you know, considering like how far a football field is. I do kind of let that metric sink in. However, that is about 70 to 80 yards right there, casting a half-ounce frog with the Shimano CURADO DC. This is a bigger presentation frog. Not only that, this cast out Texas rig, super far, jigs, any top water stuff, buzz baits, anything like that. Doesn't really matter. Weight is not a match for the Shimano CURADO DC. Now, when I cast this thing out, we're gonna cast it out once again. We're gonna take another look at the depth. You guys probably heard the DC chip a little bit, but then we're gonna have a close-up on the reel and look how it casts. We're gonna have one more cast. Here we go. Absolutely flawless. That was probably my farthest cast so far. That was probably about 80 to 85 yards right there. So the Shimano CURADO DC, absolutely no match for short casting. You know, this reel is not it's nothing to mess around with. I should say that. You can cast very far with this reel. Now we're gonna get a close-up about the reel, and it's working. Shimano CURADO DC, a phenomenal bait caster. Now we are gonna look at how this thing casts up close, and you guys could hear the digital chip really well from this angle. A beautiful reel, as I said before. We're gonna get a little back view. I didn't really show an exact view of this thing, but it looks absolutely gorgeous. We're gonna cast it right now with the 30-pound braid, I'm sorry, and then cast it. Oh yeah, awesome stuff. I didn't really get a good angle for you guys, but you guys heard that digital chip. That digital chip is what allows this reel to cast so far. It's absolutely awesome. And it's the reason why I love it. The maximum casting distance equals more fish. More time to bring the bait through the strike zone, allowing the maximum time in order to get those bites. So when you cast farther, the strike zone expands. The time that the fish can react to the bait and bite it, that expands greatly when you cast farther. So that's what I love about the Shimano CURADO DC, allowing baits to get out there super far. So we're gonna cast it again. I'm gonna show you guys how the line comes off this reel and the digital chip. Here we go. That was my fault with the bird's nest, but you guys saw that. The line comes off flawlessly, and you know, I'm trying to make the video right now at the same time, so a bird's nest is guaranteed. But normally, the line comes off super smooth, especially with some good line memory. This is brand new line I put on here. As I said before, I was gonna re-spool this thing, and I did. That is not perfect at all. So the Shimano CURADO DC, a really excellent reel. And I'm gonna comment on the retrieve right now. Now, we don't have a moving bait that we could, you know, comment on the full retrieve on right now. However, we have a frog, and I'm going to show you guys its smoothness. You guys could really tell from right here that I'm reeling it in how smooth this thing is, and it is extremely, extremely smooth. So we're gonna cast it out one more time. I'm gonna show you guys the DC chip and the bait line coming off the reel. So here we go. You hear that digital chip working? That allows that bait to go to the maximum capacity in terms of casting. Now, we're gonna comment on the smoothness, the retrieve of the reel. So here we go. Flawless. I have never, in all of my years of fishing, retrieved a reel as smooth as the Shimano Curado DC. Look how beautiful that is. Extremely smooth. And 100%, that is where this $250 comes from. The digital chip obviously is very expensive, and the smoothness and the cast. We're gonna get another one going. That's what allows that bait to get out there so far, and then an extremely smooth retrieve. Awesome, awesome stuff. Phenomenal start-stop action. Excellent. Like, this reel's legit. Really legit. And in my overall opinion, is the Shimano Curado DC worth it? Yes. We're gonna get one more cast and I'm gonna talk to you about it. So we're gonna cast the Shimano Curado DC one more time, then I'm gonna comment on, is the Shimano Curado DC worth it overall? Here we go. Beautiful. You guys saw the line off of the reel. You guys hear the digital chip working, which allows this bait to go to the maximum casting capacity possible. And the smoothness of the reel overall is flawless. Beautiful start-stop action. I absolutely love the Shimano Curado DC. It's an excellent, excellent reel. Overall, is the Shimano Curado DC worth it? In my honest opinion, the answer is yes. Answer is yes. The Shimano Curado DC, in my opinion, is 100% worth the money. It is $250, the price that I got it for. It has lasted over a year, and I pretty much use this every single time I go fishing. Shimano Curado DC, I 100% think it's worth it. $250 is, to be honest, a steal for the reel that you're getting. This reel is durable. It has lasted me for a year. It has been through a lot. It has caught in a lot of fish, no broken parts, and the casting distance as well. It is cast as far as it did the first day I got it to now, and it casts a mile. You guys have seen it for yourself. Tons and tons of yards the Shimano Curado DC cast, as you saw before. The other thing is the smoothness of the retrieve. A phenomenal retrieve, also phenomenal start-stop action. So overall, do I think the Shimano Curado DC is worth the $250? 100% yes. If you guys want a versatile reel that'll last you a long time, cast a great distance, you'll have forever, you know, Shimano Curado DC is unbeatable. We're gonna get one more cast. And yeah, overall, an awesome, awesome reel. I really love the Shimano Curado DC. It will forever be in my arsenal. I pick up a lot of Shimano Curado DCs in the future, as well as other Shimano products. If you guys want me to review any reels that you've seen on my channel, or just in general, I will totally buy them and do a review for you. Just let me know in the comments down below. But overall, do I think the Shimano Curado DC is worth it? The answer is yes. Thank you for watching today's video. If you guys are new, I am Zuggy Fishing. Make sure you guys hit that red subscribe button, leave a like on this video, and a comment if you guys like fishing, outdoor stuff, and positivity all around. New, thank you for watching and clicking on today's video. Make sure you guys follow the Instagram. The link is in the description, at Zuggy Fishing. The Shimano Curado DC, a phenomenal reel that I absolutely love. And do I think it's worth it? 100% yes. All right, guys, be positive, just fish.